Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail! In a move that sent shockwaves across the Scottish Premiership, Celtic have officially confirmed the signing of Hibernian standout forward Elie Youan. Aye, you heard that right. The Frenchman who lit up Easter Road with his blistering pace, raw power, and eye for goal is now set to wear the green and white hoops of the Glasgow Giants. The news broke early this morning, and the reaction has been nothing short of electric. Fans from both sides are in disbelief, with Celtic supporters buzzing about the prospect of adding yet another exciting attacking option, while Hibs faithful are left heartbroken, and maybe even a wee bit betrayed. But that's the nature of football, isn't it? One day you're the hero of Leith, and the next you're training in Lennoxtown gearing up for Champions League qualifiers. It's a bold, ambitious move, and it changes the entire dynamic of the league. Now let's not mince words. Youan's departure from Hibs isn't just a loss, it's a statement. The lad was central to everything that worked for Hibernian last season, whether it was bombing down the wing, cutting inside with menace, or linking up with Boyle and Vente up top. Youan was the spark that lit the High B's fire more often than not. His flair and directness brought a fresh energy to the side that had often struggled to find that cutting edge in the final third. He was becoming a fan favorite, not just for the goals and assists, but for the effort, the commitment, and the unpredictability. And let's be honest, those types of players don't come around all that often, especially in the Scottish game. For Celtic to swoop in and snatch him up? That's more than a transfer. It's a power play. What makes this move even more intriguing is the timing. Celtic, coming off yet another league title, weren't exactly crying out for another attacker. They've already got the likes of Kyogo, Maeda, and Palmer tearing it up. But Brendan Rodgers, ever the tactician, clearly sees something in Youan that made this a must-have signing. Could it be his versatility? The way he can play out wide through the middle or even drop deeper to link play. Or maybe it's his raw athleticism, a trait that's priceless when you're facing teams that sit deep and pack the box. One thing's for sure, Rodgers doesn't bring players in just to sit on the bench. If Youan's been brought in, it's because there's a plan. And that plan likely involves big European nights, title defenses, and maybe even a new look to Celtic's forward line. Meanwhile, at Hibernian, the mood is far more somber. Losing a talent like Youan stings, and not just because of what he brought on the pitch, it's the message it sends. Hibs, a club with real ambition, seem to be building something. They've been vocal about challenging for European spots, narrowing the gap between the top two and the rest of the pack. But when one of your best players is poached by the very team you're trying to catch, it's a harsh reminder of the gulf that still exists. The board will need to act fast and smart in the transfer market, because replacing someone like Youan is no easy feat. His explosiveness, his direct approach, his ability to change a game in a flash, these aren't qualities you find on the sheep. And certainly not in mid-July when the season's around the corner. For Youan himself, this is a massive opportunity. At 25, he's hitting his prime. And now he's stepping into a club with bigger ambitions, a larger platform, and expectations. Sky high. The pressure will be intense. Celtic fans aren't known for their patience, and wearing that iconic jersey comes with weight. But if Youan can adapt quickly, if he can bring that same energy and fearlessness to Parkhead that he showed at Easter Road, he could become a legend. This is a player who's thrived on being underestimated, who made a name for himself in a league that's not always kind to flair players. Now, he's got the chance to show the entire continent what he's made of. Champions League qualifiers are looming, and all eyes will be on him. Can he rise to the occasion? Time will tell, but the stage is set. This transfer also raises big questions about the league's competitiveness. The gap between Celtic, Rangers, and the rest has long been a talking point, and signings like this only deepen the divide. But it also shows the pulling power of the old firm. Youan didn't move abroad. He didn't chase Premier League money. He stayed in Scotland and chose the biggest fish in the pond. That says something about Celtic's draw, yes, but also about the reality facing clubs like Hibs. They can develop talent, polish it, give it a platform, but keeping hold of it? That's another story entirely. It's a sobering truth for Scottish football, but also a call to arms for the rest of the league. If the gap's to close, clubs need to find a way to compete, not just on the pitch, but in ambition, infrastructure, and wages too. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. There's also a tactical element to consider here. How does Johan fit into Celtic's system? Brendan Rodgers isn't Ange Postecoglou. His approach is more methodical, more structured. He demands discipline and intelligence from his wingers, not just flair. Can Johan adapt? He's been electric in Hibs, more open, counter-attacking. Set up, but Celtic play with the ball. They dominate possession, and their forwards often face deep-lying defenses. It'll require patience, smarter runs, and maybe even a bit of reinvention. But if he can add that to his game, he becomes a different beast entirely. Think of what Jota became under this system. That's the blueprint. And while Johan's style is more direct, less silky, the potential's there. With the right coaching and environment, this lad could explode onto the scene in a way few expect. The fan reaction has been predictably wild. Celtic fans are cautiously excited. Some had their eyes on more high-profile signings, perhaps a marquee name from the continent, but there's a growing appreciation for what Johan brings. It's not just about flash and fame, it's about impact. And Johan, when he's on form, impacts games. Meanwhile, Hibs supporters are split. Some are angry at the club for letting him go. Others understand the economics. A few are wishing him well, grudgingly. After all, it's hard to hate a player who gave his all. But there's definitely a sense of loss. For kids wearing Johan's name on their backs, for fans who sang his name after every goal, this one cuts deep. And for the league's narrative, it just got a lot more interesting. Looking ahead, this could be one of those signings we talk about for years. If Johan takes to life at Celtic and hits the ground running, he could become a key figure in another dominant season. Maybe even a European campaign. If not, if he struggles to adapt, it'll raise questions about recruitment, fit, and foresight. But that's the risk every big club takes. What's clear is that Celtic aren't resting on their laurels. They've seen a talent in their own backyard, and they've moved quickly and decisively. That kind of intent sends a message to rivals, to fans, and to the player himself. Johan has been handed a golden ticket. Now it's up to him to cash. And if he does, Parkhead might have a new hero to sing about. So here we are. The dust is just beginning to settle, but the tremors of this transfer will be felt all season long. Ailey Johan to Celtic is more than just a headline. It's a shift in the story of Scottish football. It shows the ever-present magnetism of Glasgow's Giants, the vulnerability of the chasing pack, and the ruthless nature of the modern game. For Johan, it's a dream move. For Hibs, it's a harsh reality. For the rest of us, it's drama, excitement, and unpredictability. Exactly what we love about the beautiful game. Buckle up, folks. The season's not even started, and already the sparks are flying. One thing's for certain, with Johan and Celtic colours, the Premiership just got a whole lot more interesting. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.